competition point of view. They were sat immediately behind us, and it was quite a vocal group. There's another big group of them, of Venezuelan supporters, in the middle of the main block of seats, all waving blue and yellow flags. They could be mistaken for supporting the Ukraine, because there's another group of people sitting with blue and yellow flags off to their left, our right, as I look at them. But, and we can only see the blue and yellow because the red in the Venezuelan flag is hidden under the seats immediately in front of them. And the two fighters are ready to go now. BRICENO and Ramirez, an all South American matchup. They've come all this way across the ocean only to meet each other here at the Excel Arena. And Mesquita is the referee taking control of this one. 5 minutes on the clock. Mauricio, BRICENO and Rodolfo Ramirez. It's BRICENO of Venezuela in the white judogi and Ramirez of Argentina in blue. We're about to get underway with this repechage contest in the under 73 kilo category. And the first to attack is the Venezuelan BRICENO. He tries to go left-sided with that Sutemiwaza sacrifice throw, side sacrifice throw, Yoko Sutemiwaza. It doesn't come off, and the Argentinian moves round to his right to avoid getting caught. And then the referee calls mate, or stop, and then stands them up and brings them back into the middle of the mat, where they take a grip and then move off to the far side of the mat as they jockey for position. And this time it's the Venezuelan who puts in a drop Senagi attempt, and he scores Yuko, coming up with the first score in the contest. The referee calls mate, and stands both fighters up and leads the Venezuelan back to the start point. Nice neat technique there. Ippon Senagi from BRICENO, the Venezuelan, the Argentinian, eventually ending up on his front but landing first on his right side as he went over, and that was the scoring area of the body. Venezuelan attempts another sacrifice throw, but this time it's a poor effort, and he needs to defend now on the ground. He's on his back with the Argentinian Ramirez bearing down on him between his legs, and the Venezuelan attempting to keep him as far away as possible and avoid getting caught in a hold, an arm lock, or a strangle. Didn't look as though either of those, or any of those, beg your pardon, were going to happen, so the referee calls mate and stands both the fighters up. Scoreboard shows a Yuko lead to BRICENO over Ramirez, and when the hold is to the referee's satisfaction, standing up, he'll call Jime, which he does now, and they get back underway. They move over to the far left corner of the mat, and briefly the Venezuelan is on the red danger area when the referee will shout jogai to the competitors to warn them that they are on the edge, and then they come back in, trying to use the full 8 meters of the yellow contest area that makes up the middle of the mat. The outside meter all the way round is red, so it's a 10-meter contest area, and as soon as they move over towards the red area, the referee calls jogai, or a warning, so that they know that they are close to the edge. The Venezuelan comes up again with another shoulder throw attack. This time he doesn't manage to get his Argentinian opponent onto his back, just the side, and as a result of only coming down on the side, Yuko goes on the board. Not the big score that he was looking for, but he increases his lead, and he leads now by 2 Yukos with 3 minutes and 15 seconds on the board. One of the corner judges in the near left corner is signaling that he didn't think that it was a a Yuko, and nor does the refereeing commissioner, who also signals that that's not a score. So they take that one off, and now just the one Yuko remaining. That's the lead over Ramirez that BRICENO has. 3 minutes and 15 seconds to go in that contest. Just enough time to tell you that time's running out on mat number 2 for Cruz Alonso. Kozinov leads there by Wazari, and now there is another Yuko to BRICENO. Just as we wipe that one off, they find a way of putting it back on, much to the Venezuelans' delight, as the Argentinian begins to complain, but it's all of no avail, because he eventually arm locks his opponent in any case, and that brings the contest to an end. I think it was an arm lock, because there's a 7-second, there's a little 7 down in the bottom right hand corner of the scoreboard, which would indicate that Osai Komi had been called, and it could be that Ramirez tapped out and submitted, or it could be that BRICENO had applied some kind of arm lock. We'll find out in a second, because there'll be a replay from our replay team, and they'll show you that on the screen. Both fighters bow once the referee has indicated the winner, which was BRICENO of Venezuela. Here's the Ippon Seoinage that scored Yuko, and that went onto the board to give a 2 Yuko lead to BRICENO. He then rolls his opponent over, hooks his right leg in, rolls his opponent over towards his right side, and applies Sangaku Gatame, traps the leg there and tightens it up. The referee will point at the fighters with his hand to show that that is an immobilized. The top right hand corner, you can see the referee pointing with his hand to immobilize, and here comes the little tap with the right hand. I think you'll see with the blue judogi, he just decides, okay, that's enough, pal. A little bit of a squeeze there to